Keep moving. Smack off 2011. This guy. 1 in 04. This guy, 1 in 08. This guy is one of the greatest callers in the history of the show. You know this guy, Iafrate.
It's an honor to follow these incredible jungle legends in this year's Smack Off. I mean, props to y'all for, being this year's fried cheese. Without you, no one would have been ready for the filet mignon that's about to be served. So, grazie. There I go again. That damn Iafrate is so freaking arrogant. I mean, what up with that?
He is the filet mignon to the fried cheese that's in the field. I'm going to get to him right now. Iafrate, my man. Hey, what's up? How are you?
Hey, greetings, Jim. First, Israel, you just got buried in Egypt as in days of yore. Mazel tov. I've often likened the Smack Off to the NCAA tournament, with all the Murray States and Hamptons who can be proud simply for having qualified for the event. But it turns out, Jim, that this thing is more like the NC2A than even I had imagined, because suddenly the Butlers and the VCUs are actually winning. I mean, the first sign of the apocalypse was when our boy Brad in Corona shocked the world. It was George Mason, serving notice. And how do we know? Because look what happened to our little mid-major from Corona when it came time to defend. The weakest, most shameful, pre-scripted, toothless, smackless, nabless title defense in Smack-Off history. I mean, the DDS comes looking for you, and you take a pass because it wasn't in your script? Very quick on your feet there, Bradley. That is Bradley University. You must be prepared, now to, follow your jungle flowchart today. If Irate Freddy smacks me, insert prefabricated response A. If Jeff in Richmond arises from the grave, insert response B, and so forth. But last year, that was the beautiful, unvarnished truth about you, my friend. And you now are the jungle's Andy Roddick. That Revenge of the Nerds getup with the 140-mile-an-hour bazooka that carried you to that lone major championship. But then look what happened. Andy's faithful have waited 8 long years for him to repeat that U.S. Open title, only to discover that Andy performs better in Brooklyn than he does in Queens. And that, my friend, is you, Brad, minus Brooklyn, of course. But Armageddon grew nearer still when our main man, Vic, gained entry to the champions' locker room via the Jeff in Richmond exemption, which all of you new pups can finally understand after today. That is, once you're reviled enough on this program, it is good business for the pimp to crown you and then let all hell break loose. I mean, hell, even the host likened you to Jeff in Richmond on his TV show, Victor. So congratulations, you are Jeff in Richmond 2.0. But while we're on the topic of the TV show, may I ask, Vic, what up with that bar mitzvah photo montage? I mean, when you win, the JRIB crew requests a photo. I mean, for the love of God, what inspired you to send the entire Vic and No Clue family album? Vic, the only thing worse than looking at your picture is looking at 3 of your picture. Loser after 1 beer, loser after 5 beers, loser after case, not requested, not desired. But more importantly, let's look at the reigning champ's jungle pedigree. In his first entry, he couldn't get through. Now, JJ didn't do justice to this, okay? What, Vic? You got through 547 times when the phone lines were open to all of humanity, but then you couldn't get through all day when only a couple dozen of us were eligible? Plausible, okay? But then you followed up that magical maiden voyage by narrowly missing the top 10. Yeah, dude, only about 13 of us appear on this freaking show each year, and you narrowly missed the top 10? Hell, Nesrin narrowly missed the top 10. Vinnie Mac narrowly missed the top 10. Narrowly missing the top 10 should be like fouling out in the Davis Cup, okay? You should first have to fight your way back into the world group by winning the hack-off. But here we are. So listen up, Junior, who glosses himself. Take your imitation mink coat and your relentless self-pronouncements of glory and get the hell out of my face. You want gloss? We'll call you Bourbon Street Vic. Fat drunks, urine, and donkey crap. Do not go trying to live beyond your red district, Victor. Okay, now, I do have a soft spot in my heart for one of the new guard, Jim, and that's my guy, Mike in Indy, because I know what it's like to finish second on this day. And last year, I felt that was especially cruel. Mike, I know how you feel, dude. I was the one on hold along with Jeff in Richmond at the show's end one year, and now you understand what that means. And I, like you, had never won before back then, and so I know what it's like to be listening to Jim on that phone. So it's down to this. Mike in Indy and Vic in NoCal. Who's going to get that first title? And there's Mike thinking, lock. He's rehearsing his acceptance speech. And then, Jim, you crossed that line because it is very uncool to torture some dude from Indiana with the prospect of winning 10 premium steaks. You do not taunt an Indianan with livestock, Jim. Man, have a heart, okay? Yes, it's going to be either Mike in Indy or Vic in NoCal taking home a big mountain of beef. And there's poor Mike on hold. Wow, I win 10 steaks. Hey, Mama. Hey, Pappy. I win 10 steaks. Wow. Come on, Jim. When it comes to cows, man, Indiana is just long form for India. Have some respect for what's sacred, okay? Bottom line, you mid-majors do not exactly strike the fear of God into us long-timers. Okay? I remember being at least mildly concerned that if I came right at Raider Mike in the smack-off, I might just open my door and find the unfriendly end of his sawed-up shotgun staring me in the eyes. I mean, what the hell is Brad and Corona going to do to me after today? He's going to whip a bottle of Axe hair gel at my dome? Okay, see, you're right about me, Brad. I'm 137 years old. I throw back 2 packs of Winstons a day, and I'm on a nicotine bender that's left chunks of guys like you in my stool. I don't read scripts. I don't get buzz. I don't narrowly miss the top 10. I don't tweet. I don't give myself gloss. I don't fight my way back into the world group. With me, it's just old, smoking, and pissed. So I'm going to go hang up. I'm going to go have a cigarette and calm myself down here, and I'll be ready to behave in a more respectful manner by the time you call me back today, Jim. Go rework those scripts, Cornies. Late.
Freaking Iafrate. That's how you do it. Old school Iafrate. Before any of you come in here and tell me that the new breed knows what time it is and how it's done, you look and listen to that guy. That guy's been around forever. He's won this thing twice. He's trying to make it 3. Iafrate. Great job. Appreciate that phone call, Iafrate. I may be talking to you again before the end of the program. But we'll see. Go have a smoke, bro. Go have a couple of smokes. The triangle of hate is starting to make its way in.